What's up, everyone? We are back at it for Dardanelle. Hope everybody's doing okay. Let me know if you're in the chat, and we'll give it a few minutes or a minute or two, and then we'll get into it. Hopefully everybody's having a good night. Hopefully everybody's hydrated up well, because tomorrow's going to be a thing. It's going to be hot, and I imagine we're going to be pretty, it's just going to be hot out on that water tomorrow. Hopefully you got your sunscreen ready. Hey, Mark. Hey, Chris. Like I said, hopefully everybody's got their sunscreen ready. Hopefully everybody's got plenty of water. What's up, Eric? Hopefully everybody has prepared properly for tomorrow. As of right this moment, I think we're out of the woods on weather. That looked like it could be a thing. We'll just have to see how tomorrow plays out. Looks like we might have some storms tomorrow. We'll just have to kind of see how things play out. It's just about the same as it's been, so hopefully that'll hold. That'll be okay. As always, guys, stay weather aware. It doesn't look like there's going to be anything significant, but looks like it could be pop-up storms tomorrow. Not a lot of rain. Wind is going to be 2 to 10 miles an hour, gusting up to 21, so you will need to be aware of that. Keep that in mind. Precipitation still looks very minimal. So what's up, Steve? So yeah, wind looks like it's going to be 2 to 10, gusts up to 20. I'm sure if we have any pop-up storms tomorrow, that could be also a deal, but doesn't look like any significant amounts of rain tomorrow. So like I said, any storms that pop up will be pop-ups. So keep yourself weather aware. Depending on where you're at, make sure you check your weather and have your phone alerted to that. Make sure you have push notifications turned on through Tourney X, because I'll be sending that out through Tourney X if there's anything that needs to be addressed to you guys after the captain's meeting. So tomorrow we are launching at 5 o'clock. First cast is at 5:30. Lines out at 3. Final submissions at 3:30. We're going to be at Fat Daddy's afterwards. I think it said 4 o'clock on Tourney X, but I suspect people will be there before then, just given the fact that it's gonna be warm. I think it's gonna be a decent day of fishing. I've heard some good things, so we'll keep it at that. I won't keep everybody too long. Safety stuff. You do have to wear a life jacket at all times. You do have to have a whistle, preferably attached to your life jacket. And like I said, life jackets have to be on at all times. If you are wearing sun shirts, long sleeve shirts for sun protection, make sure that you are cognizant of your identifier if it's written on your hand. The last NSKA Northwest tournament that I did, that became a thing. If you're still writing your identifier on your hand, you just need to be aware that is going to be, you're going to be sweating. It can rub off your hand. If you're wearing a long sleeve, it can get in the way. If you're wearing a rain jacket, that too can get in the way. So just be aware of that. We've already talked a little bit about the weather. I can't get anything really consistent about, anything on that. So just be weather aware tomorrow. The winds will be, like I said, gusting up to 21 miles an hour. So be careful. Watch them treble hooks. Exactly. once again, life jackets, vest. If you're launching before dawn, which I'm not sure. I think 5 o'clock. It's still pretty dark outside, so make sure you have a 360 light if you're launching before then, and just be aware, cognizant of if kayakers are fishing around you. No portaging. There's no portaging in NSK tournaments, so it has to be connected water, Mr. Eric. If it's not something that you can stay in the kayak and get over, then you cannot fish there. Public launches, only boundaries in this tournament are the dams. So, especially given the fact that we could have some pop-up storms tomorrow, I think that's pretty worthwhile the way to go. You guys are probably going to want me to turn this on. There's your identifier for tomorrow, gentlemen and ladies, since I know we have some ladies joining us tomorrow. I think I saw Krista Hibbs and Hope. Hope was just up here at the store picking things up with John. So, like I said, guys, once again, use your head tomorrow. If we're going to have wind gusts of 21, we're going to have, potentially sustained winds of 10 miles an hour. Just be aware of that. Be aware of that when you're preparing to launch. Be aware of that if you have to get back. Always leave yourself a little bit of open space as far as, an escape plan if you need to get back to dry land and boat and, get under cover if something does pop up. Let's see. I think that's all I've got. Once again, we appreciate Fat Daddies. That is the identifier, Mr. Mark. And once again, 5 o'clock launch, 5:30 lines in. There is a boat tournament. I was notified that there is a boat tournament going out of the state park, although it only has about 30 boats. So that's just standard fare for Dardanelle this time of year. But that's about it, guys. I haven't heard too much on the bite. I know what people are buying, but I'll keep that to myself. But it looks like a good day tomorrow. I mean, outside of the high of 97, temperature is going to be, high of 90s. It does, once again, calls for pop-up storms. But it does look like there's a possibility of that most of the day. Just double-checking things. Double-checking... definitely thanks, Jimmy Young and Sonny Williams Steak Room. I forgot to say that on the outset. Appreciate Sonny Williams. They are a second-year sponsor, and at least a second year. And we really appreciate the sponsors that we have. Sonny Williams for this particular event, Brazalo Custom Lures for their continued support all year, Slowtown, She Angler, obviously H24 Outdoors. Hard to do it without the sponsors, guys. We will have some giveaways at the LinkedIn, and so we hope everybody will join in. The guys at Fat Daddies. I am stuck at work, so looks like we've got 33 guys and gals joining in for Dardanelle. That's a pretty good turnout for this time of year. I think there's been always a couple of people that come on at the very last, so hopefully that will be that number will continue to rise. As of right now, if we don't go over 40, we'll be paying 3 deep, 100% payout. Of course, H24 Outdoors is picking up the Tourney X fees for this tournament, so it will be 100% payback outside of the regular PayPal fees that they take. And so I think that is it, guys. Unless anybody has any questions, I'll let anybody ask if anybody's got any questions. Yes, the identifier is 57. You can see it over there on the right side of the screen underneath H24 Outdoors logo. Anything else, guys? Once again, banjo minnow. Maybe I have a Dardanelle special spinnerbait up here that I've heard is not doing too shabby, and a sexy mouse spinnerbait that's doing well for some folks in that general vicinity. Once again, I don't believe the river's moving too fast right now, but Oklahoma's gotten a little bit of weather, but I don't think it's moving downstream too much. I don't think there's anything to worry about there. Very little precipitation tomorrow, if any. The 0.05 is what the National Weather Service is saying right now, if any. Less than 0.5. 0.05 inches of rain. So, like I said, if there's any storms, there'll be pop-up storms. National Weather Service hasn't issued anything to my knowledge at this point, or at least I haven't gotten any alerts. So, but it does say they're possible. We'll continue to kind of monitor that through the night. Once again, guys, I can't stress enough, please have your push notifications turned on as far as Tourney X goes. That way we can get a hold of you, and if there's any inclement weather over Dardanelle at the time of launch, and we have to do any type of delays, or we have to do anything we have to do. I typically send out weather notifications, even if it's just to give you guys a heads up, and Dardanelle has pretty decent coverage on most parts of the lake. At least my experience is it has pretty decent cell phone coverage, so hopefully we shouldn't run into any issues there. So anyway, guys, it is almost 6:45, so unless there are any questions, I am going to stop talking, let you guys go. If you have any more questions on the tournament, please send them directly to me. You can text me or Facebook message me. My number is on the Tourney X page, and of course you can message me through either H24 Outdoors, or you can message me directly, James Whited, on Facebook or Instagram. Anyway, guys, good luck tomorrow. I'm rooting for all of you, and we'll be up bright and early starting to grade fish, hopefully lots of them. Anyway, guys, have a good night, and we will see you next time.